Good morning, traders. Well, I'm a little bit late to the party here. It's 28 past. Market's going to open in about a minute and a half. We've got risk on. Our NASDAQ settles at 12,911 and a quarter. I have converted the Tradovate platform to the new charting, and I made a video about that, which I'll get up as soon as the dust clears here. And let's see where we are now. What do we got here now? I have no idea what the market is going to bring today, but I wanted to be open for the open. Trying to maintain my commitment to never trade off stream, and it's there we go. Market is open. The new charting did not fire properly. You see that Jigsaw has definitely done that. Now, do we have a problem with the Tradovate data? Well, I should have tried to get on that one. That's pretty obvious. Yeah, Tradovate is completely off on the range chart. The 5-minute looks like it's pretty accurate. That's disappointing. Real disappointing. Well, maybe we'll be going back to the maybe I'll be going back to the old charting. That's quite disappointing. You can see that you see the movement on Jigsaw here, which is accurate. You'd have been clobbered. I got a little bit of market open here, but oh, it could have just been me. I'm not used to this new charting where the value area high and low and POC extend to the right edge instead of all the way to the border as they used to do. So that could have been my problem there. Jigsaw, this is the POC, this is the VWAP. Value area is gold, green is outside, so that's looking pretty much normal there. Darn, that would have been a couple of good swings there. I normally like to get on that open, but I am not comfortable with a charting that I am not too enamored with here. $72. See if some of these numbers are right. Here we go. Wow. Look at that thing rip. NASDAQ looks like it's back in business. business. Back in business. Okay. This will be a short stream. I have another meeting at the top of the hour, unfortunately. But Mondays are when you have more than one revenue stream and responsibilities. That's the way it is. Not normally a breakout trader, but boy, the pullback trade was here. Obviously, I'm still kind of getting used to this software. We've got positive buyers are definitely in control of the move. Delta is really high over here. We are still trading within value. No, we're just out of value here from last RTH. This is the last RTH TPO here in volume, and this is the new one. So pull back to value area high here. There's a lot of volatility now. Market is definitely moving. 85. We had a good Friday, about 700 change. Around 900 on the week, 960 to be exact. I had to reset this last weekend, not this past weekend, weekend before, to 50, so that all trades would be on there. And then I missed one because the first trade of the day on the Monday, the stream didn't work properly and upload. So I did a video about that on the Tuesday and showed the TopStep account and the trade, etc. But just doesn't hold with my commitment. So we got lower highs and lower lows inside of value. A little easier to see perhaps in that respect. This program or this platform's a little challenging for me to use. I like to see more context of the move, but when you get it closed up where you can really see what the Globex was and where you are in relationship to other trading history, it's a little hard to see. Therefore, that's why I bring this open. So the ES is definitely on the up move. TPO is running into some heavy traffic right here in this area from the last regular trading session, which would have been Friday. This darker gray area here is the Globex daily histogram. I'm going to have to change the color scheme on the new current volume profile so that it's differentiated more clearly. Thank goodness for my Jigsaw, which is always spot on and clicking. And they're both using the same data feed. So this is using the same CQG data as is the Tradovate platform. So I can always use this as a source of truth against over here. Let's take a look at something on the 5-minute. 80, 80, and 1378. This is compressed price scale so that you don't see the 1. I guess probably figured that that's what that is, I would hope. Here we have the half back. Volume POC, TPO POC. Consolidation area here. Which way are we going to pop? Let's see what happens here if we can. So far, we're in a definite trading range inside the value area. I would not be taking a trade in this. Nice tight spread. Good liquidity. That's good. Friday was terrible. There's a 4, sometimes 5 tick spread. There we go. They traded into value right here. They traded down into value, which is this green box, and could not, or so far I've not been able to stick. They were rejected back out of value and up the TPO they went. So that's a sign that we may be going to have our value area move higher. We're not one time framing by any stretch, but there's definitely something going on with this data. I don't know what it is, but it's irritating. Got some sellers here. Just can't get past half back. I was thinking about a short targeting this this area down here. I should have taken it, I guess. So would have been there. Damn it. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. He who hesitates is lost. Eh? Isn't that how it goes? So our overnight stat is taken care of. There's something funky with the that Globex data. This shaded area is the session box with the high, the low, and of course the right edge. And for some reason that had split into 2 separate sections or sessions in the Globex, and I very definitely do not have that. I have 2. I have the RTH session and the Globex session, period. So I was a little bit puzzled as to why that happened. Let's just quickly have a look at something here. Let's see if we can make this a little bit easier to see. No, that's no good. What the hell this background color is? The background color is definitely not blue. I don't quite get that. See what that looks like. Well, that shows the value area and the extended areas and the glowbacks. That's not so bad. Maybe I would want to reverse those. Short 2. We going to get our target here or not? Not looking too good at the moment. No, that was a bad location. We're right on that volume node. That's not a good idea there. We'll see what would happen. And come on. There's 1 and 2. So we took both of our targets there. We're 360 for the day. And what have we got? Oh, we're going to get a stop run here at the low of the day. That's got to get used to looking at that new volume color, or those new colors. We break this low here, there's going to be a stop run. So we did 1 trade. We were in there 51 seconds. Our expectancy is $180. 2 contracts, $360. Well, I can call that okay for a Monday. 30 minutes. We've got another 5 or 10 minutes here. Looking for a stop run for sure. Maybe not. Should be a stop run right there. Boom. Just going to keep piddling around though. So there we have our entry, our trade lines, our fill. We took about, what did we take? 8 to 3. We took about 5 ticks of heat. But look at it sell off. This is where you want to have that runner. Darn it. Darn it. Anyway, I'm going to be content with the $360. It's 10 minutes before the hour here. I'm going to have to get off in 5 minutes. Reconfigure some stuff for the next meeting. Yeah, there's a classic case of why confidence in your trade is important in letting one run, but it's kind of hard to argue with $360 in 50 seconds. Just a nice, consistent downtick. Could have pulled, sold on the pullback, sold on the pullback. That's what, that's the conversation you hear a lot. I'm not good at it. I tend to do better with a bracket and more of a scalp mentality, but I've got to figure that out. That's a key for consistent, bigger trades. This was $360, so that would have been, so we're talking 10, 20, 30, 40 more points. That was another $1,600 had I caught the bulk of that move. So that's, 50 ticks, points, I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm going to have to be content with that. Almost back to settle. Just close, right down to that psychological level of 1300. They may take it down to VWAP. It's going to go to VWAP this time. When it does, it might bounce. But I don't want to be in a trade now because I've got that meeting and I sort of hell not going to leave an unmanaged trade. That's beginner sucker play there. Okay, so I've determined now that I needed to get my act together on this new. I actually liked it better in the old charting because these value area lines and POC extended all the way across. Now it just goes to the hard right edge of the chart. Going to go down and say hello to our settlement and probably the VWAP. Settlement is here. Quite often that'll happen during a day. If you get up to an account size where you can take a bigger, longer term position there, that's a good trade. Quite often. So what's happening here? That's not looking too good. This is our daily. And our delta is climbing into this declining price. Interesting. So we have gotten into value and held. We're now going to we're down to the mid POC for the, hard to see. Don't know whether you can make it out on the stream, but this wider red line here is the POC for the profile, and this is the volume profile. This is the TPO or market profile. Same story here. Kind of hard to see. Maybe there's with the new charting, there's supposed to be color stuff you can do. Color, you have a lot more ability to manage the colors for your stuff. So, yep, VWAP. Who's your daddy? Who told you that? And it just blew right through it. So, had I been a clever boy with my order sitting there, I'd have had a clever, stupid look on my face right now. Something that you can observe from that kind of action, however, when all of these visual references for intraday, like halfback and POC and VWAP and those things, if those references aren't really respected particularly, you can more or less assume that there's bigger players in the market. And it's 55, so I'm going to have to shut this trade stream off and get ready for my second meeting. Once again, we're 360 on the day, one trade, 57 seconds. So I'm going to be happy with that. And getting used to the new charting on the new charts as opposed to the legacy charts on Tradovate. With that, trade well. Remember, manage your risk. Your real only object is to be able to trade tomorrow. Trade safe.